Thanks for your company. Let's now look at our stories. And 9 communities along the Ango River in the South Don district of the Volta region with over 8,000 residents face a significant health crisis due to weeks of lack of potable water. Now, the Ango River, the sole water source for residents and the Ghana Water Company's main intake, is severely polluted from the Akosombo Dam spillage, rendering it unusable even though for toilet flushing as well. Carlos Caloni visited the community and has filed this report.
About 9 communities here in the Agave area in the South Tongue district depend on this very lake that you see. But according to them, due to the spillage of the Akosombo Dam, the water has become very turbid. The Ango River has been the sole source of water for over 8,000 residents in 9 communities within the Agave traditional area in the South Tongue district of the Volta region for centuries. The Ghana Water Company's Keseve headwork also depends on this water body to supply many towns in the Greater Accra region. However, heavy pollution caused by the Akosombo Dam spillage has left residents without alternatives for weeks.
First of all, is the water that we use. But now we are not using it because the water has spoiled. Even they say that we shouldn't use it to wash plates. Even to wash our clothes, we are not using it because we don't have water. So what we need is the government to help us to get the water for us. Maybe even our kids, they don't have water to drink. The one that they use to wash their clothes don't get some. So we are just begging the government to come help us because the pipe is not coming. So we use pure water. And sometimes you don't have anyone at all to wash it.
So what do you think the government can do to solve this problem for you residents?
Okay, we need help. We need poly tank or pure water.
There are some people who they don't get money to buy pure water. They just boil this water and then put it down about 40 to 1 hour before they take drink or preparing food, which is very bad. But our kiddie, they don't know nothing. If they are testing, they just go and fetch it and drink.
From the river?
Yeah.
The assembly member for the Jetokoi electoral area, Amos Akoli Afedo, emphasizes the urgent need for water storage facilities in each of the 9 communities to prevent a health disaster. So tell us the number of communities that actually depend on this water.
We are having 9 communities. They are Puchunu, Jetokwe, Matekopwe, Tuve, Dunukopwe, Ajoyikopwe, Matekopwe, and then Akitkopwe.
So all the coppers depend on this water?
Sure, yeah.
For what and what?
They have used it for bathing, drinking, washing, for so many of use.
So for some days now, what can you tell us about the state of the water?
Okay, about 3 weeks ago of the flood, you could see that the water have changed. And then even you can't even enter. If you enter self, there is a rashes attached, so you can't even enter. You can't even use to bath. You can't even use it to wash your hand. So it's a problem. It's a problem.
So which water source do these people depend on for their domestic use now?
Oh, for now, I'm supplying them pure water.
What is it that you want government to do under the circumstance? Because looking at the state of the water now, it tells you we don't know how long this is going to stay and the rushes that come with the usage of this water. So what permanent solution do you want government to do for you people?
Okay, thank you very much, my brother. What I personally need to my community is we need poly tanks. Poly tank for the 9 communities, for which I can go to the assembly or go to the fire service and then brought some this thing, let me assume the
potable water?
The potable water, so that I can pour it inside for the community to use. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the demand from the assembly member for the Jetokwe electoral area. He's appealing to the authorities to, as a matter of urgency, provide these 9 communities each with a polytank or a water storage facility where portable water can be stored in there for the residents in these communities to use, because according to them, the use of this very water you see here is so dangerous to residents, and they want this done as a matter of urgency to save lives of this resident here in the Southtown district of the Volta region. Reporting from Jetokwe here in the Southtown district, my name is Carlos Caloni for JoyNews.
More on the Akosombo Dam spillage. Pupils in the Awadi-Okome Island community in the Central Town district of the Volta region are suffering the brunt of the flooding incident caused by the spillage of the Akosombo Dam. The pupils are compelled to study under trees and structures which lack befitting furniture as a result right in the sand, as their parents have resettled in New Bakpa, a nearby community. Here is more.
Following the floods caused by the spillage of the Akosombo hydroelectric dam, residents in Awadi-Okome were evacuated to New Bakpa. The New Bakpa Community Basic School lacks classrooms, hence cannot accommodate pupils from the flooded community. The Ghana Education Service was forced to convert this abandoned vocational school structure to house the pupils. Classes have been combined, as only 2 rooms are available for the 6 classes. Lessons for kindergarten pupils are held under trees, where they write on the floor, since their learning materials were carried away by the flood.
Blackboard mele e wona na ma no fa nso so mele ji nyo e yeko e de de vio no nworo no le agbaleme kakai dex o mele ota o metele no nworo nyiro ne be wa nyo a wa pede nyan pe dex be agbale pencil slate be de vio wa ta nworo nyire.
The flooding incident has impeded academic activities at Fujoku DA Primary School, which is one of the safe havens for the victims. Classes are held under trees and in unconducive environments, while flood victims occupy the classrooms. This development is widespread across the North Town district, as about 15 schools have been converted into safe havens. To lessen the effects of the disaster on education, a non-governmental organization, Pencils of Promise, launched a fundraiser to rehabilitate affected schools, construct new school buildings, and supply educational logistics. Freeman Goba is the Ghana Country Director of Pencils of Promise.
Pencils of Promise Global is raising funds. We have launched a $350,000 fund to be able to take care of some of these repairs and supplies to schools. So, Pencils of Promise, as we've been promising and delivering, we'll get back to New Bakpa very soon with the district assembly and the chief. The chief has already given a land to GES and the district assembly for the construction of the school. The assembly is also committed to supply of some materials for us to quickly get a structure for these kids and also give them some school supplies. We have been to other communities. We've been to Anyako, we've been to Fiaho, we've seen the situation. Our team will continue to monitor and assess the impact of this flood as the waters are receding. So that is the work we do, and that is what we are going to do to all affected communities. Yes, we are in constant touch with the Regional Directorate of Education, and so wherever they think that our help is needed, we are ready to support them with supplies or even a building of new classroom blocks.
Pencils of Promise donated 1,000 bags of sachet water and packs of sanitary towels to victims at New Bakpa in the Central Town district and replicated the same at the Safe Haven and Mepe RC Basic School in the North Town district. Fred Kwame Asari, Joy News, Mepe.
And to some other stories, Senior Lands Administrative Officer and mother of 2, Rodalyn Amuadakon, has gone missing for more than 2 years. Her husband, Dr. Wilberforce Agri of the Petroleum Department of KNUST, is on trial at the Kumasi High Court accused of kidnapping his wife. Now, the family of 32-year-old Rodalyn has announced a 100,000 Ghana cedis reward for information leading to the location of their relative. Ohimeng Tewia of our security desk visited the family house where devastated relatives remain hopeful to see their missing kinsman alive.
Dear Lord, my father, my daughter Rhoda got missing in 2021, August.
A tearful and distraught mother seeks answers to finding her missing daughter, described as a breadwinner of the family. Cecilia Obeniwa Apia, the mother of missing Rhodalyn Amuadako, is a former headmistress of the Krobo Girls Senior High School, currently on retirement. Traumatized by the disappearance of her daughter, she looks up to a divine intervention to soothe her anguish.
It has been 2 years of sorrow, 2 years of expectation, expecting that I'll get up one day, then I'll hear that Rhoda has come. I've waited and waited and waited, and it's 2 years plus now, and to no avail. It has not been easy at all as a mother. The angels of God, I'm praying that they bring her from wherever Rhoda has been kept to me, so that it will be a Christmas bonus for me.
Police prosecutors told the Asokwa District Court in 2022 their preliminary investigations linked Dr. Wilberforce Agri of the Petroleum Department of KNUST to an altered kidnapping note. Police also accused him of using his wife's phone to distribute text messages from a spot near his KNUST campus home. But he was discharged by the court in February 2022 and subsequently rearrested to face new charges at the Kumasi High Court, where he was subsequently granted bail. Two other suspects, Justice Apia and Yao Amwatin, said to have sold and bought a phone belonging to missing Rhodalyn Amuadako, are also standing trial. But the family of Rhodalyn is courting public support to help find their kinsman.
I am appealing to Ghanaians. I'm so on my knees that whoever has heard of where Rhoda has been kept, whoever had a clue as to where Rhoda is, and whoever was involved in Rhoda's kidnap, please, you should all let me know. Help me find Rhoda.
Madam Obeniwa says the family will reward anyone who volunteers information to help locate her daughter.
When you have any information that will lead us to the whereabouts of Rhoda, please, you can use these numbers: 053 56 31278. This is the second number. 053 55 83513. Whoever else has to find Rhoda, we have 100,000 Ghana cedis ransom for that person.
Meanwhile, the Kumasi High Court is expected to hear the case on November 13, 2023, after suffering several adjournments.
From Accra, for Joy News, my name is Ohimeng Tewia.
Water, sanitation and hygiene advocates Water Aid Ghana warns government to empower locals to help fight illegal mining. Forests, rivers and lakes have been under siege due to heavy pollution from galamsey activities across the country. Now, in a bid to respond to some of these challenges across communities, Water Aid Ghana has launched a new campaign to promote water sanitation and hygiene. Here's more.
The new project, dubbed the Climate Change Water and Me campaign, is a 5-year strategic plan by Water Aid Ghana to continue the promotion of sustained quality water, sanitation and hygiene in the face of rapid climate change across the globe. Speaking to Joy News, the head of policy, advocacy and campaigns at Water Aid Ghana, George York, explains that the project will be piloted in Bongo in the Upper East region from 2023 to 2028 for an onward implementation across the country.
Water Aid, we have a new strategy for the next 5 years. And we are focusing on universality. That means we are looking at using Bongo District as a model where everyone, everywhere in Bongo District will have access to improved water, sanitation and hygiene by 2028. Apart from that, we also have Wash Health, and we are looking at how we can really use Wash to help us address public health challenges. But the third of our aim is to also look at Wash climate change, and we are looking at the impact of climate change on Wash and how, together with partners, government, we can help address that challenge within our communities. So based on that, we are launching this climate change campaign, Climate Change, Water and Me, ensuring that at the end of the 5-year period, all partners, private sector, the media, will all come together to help us address the climate change challenge that we are facing in the country. Bongo, the groundwater is endemic with fluoride. So we are looking at how we can help them to treat the Via Dam to extend water to Bongo. So that's why we are working with Ghana Water Company, Community Water and Sanitation Agency, to see how we can get that water extension to the area, because over the years it's been difficult to really get a good underground, high quality underground water to serve people of Bongo.
Reacting to rising concerns over the effect of illegal mining on water bodies, George York said, although Ghana has achieved some 88% in the provision of clean water to citizens, there must be a collected effort in the fight against illegal mining to avoid a decline.
Now, for me, the problem can be addressed by actually involving the people on the ground. The chiefs are supposed to play a critical role. The citizens should also understand, we should let them understand the impact of Galamsey. There's no way government can find Galamsey from Accra. It won't work. So how are we involving the chiefs? How are we involving the community themselves? And how are we ensuring that our laws are working? So until that is done, it will be able for us to fight the Galamsey. But I strongly think that we have to strengthen the local structures. The people, the chief and elders, they are there. They know where these people are mining, and they can really lead in fighting them. But bringing people from Accra to go and stay in the area and fight the Galamsey will not help.
Meanwhile, communications and media manager for Water Aid Ghana, Akosia Ojiri, has been sharing thoughts on ways individuals could also help in sustaining the environment.
Let me speak to my colleagues, like professionals like me. You don't really need to print that document. Just PDF it and send it to your phone. Because 2 pages of paper or a 20-page research document that you've printed, it's going to mean that so many trees had to be cut for that paper to happen. And so please don't print it. Save it and put it on your phone. And even at WaterAid, we've started developing
At Strayer University, we see you striving to work harder and go further. That's why we provide you with the tools you need to get there, like offering a brand new laptop when you enroll in a bachelor's program. So you can do your coursework anytime, anywhere, and always keep striving. Visit strayer.edu to learn more. Eligibility rules, restrictions, and exclusions apply. Connect with us for details. Strayer University is certified to operate in Virginia by Chev and has many campuses, including at 2121 15th Street North in Arlington, Virginia.
The Just Because deal.
Hey, what's this?
Breakfast from Mickey D's.
From me?
Yep.
Why?
'Cause it's morning and you like McDonald's. Let's eat while it's hot.
There's a deal for every act of kindness at McDonald's.
Right now, enjoy a satisfying, tender, crispy chicken biscuit for just $2.50, but only for a limited time. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Holiday preppers unite. A season full of merry starts now at JCPenney. With your fave home brands all in one place, it's easy to find your hosting groove. Like the tablescape that's worth the toast and the home that brings everyone together. Feed the chef with upgrades from Cooks, Cuisinart, and Martha Stewart. Cozy up the guest suites with Home Expressions, Linden Street, and Liz Claiborne. And matching family PJs make holiday cards a cinch. Check off your list early and sweeten the deals even more. Make your holidays count. JCPenney.
QR codes for our report, so we design it, we develop QR codes and we share so people can scan and have it on their phone so that we can also walk the talk.
The new Climate Change, Water and Me is one of the projects undertaken by Water Aid Ghana to promote wash across communities. James Aveji's report for Joy News.
In more stories, Ghanaian diplomat Dr. Mohammed Ibn Chambers is urging the government to create an environment where citizens can freely express themselves and also actively engage in governance. He was speaking at a lecture organized by Star Ghana Foundation to mark its 5-year anniversary, where he underscored the importance of citizen participation in governance to the development of the country. The following report has more. Citizen activism has been part of Ghana's democratic journey preceding the struggle for independence. However, in recent times, such acts of activism are seen to be under threat, with the recent arrest of some demonstrators who were protesting what they termed bad leadership in the country. Ghanaian diplomat Dr. Mohammed Ibn Chambers, speaking at the 5th anniversary lecture organized by Star Ghana Foundation, underscored the importance of citizen participation in governance.
Issues. It is time for citizens of Ghana to sit up, get involved in answering the numerous questions begging for answers and solutions. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I trust that my emphasis on the importance of active citizenship in finding solutions to our development challenges does not in any way diminish the critical role of the state, and in particular, elected governance in setting the agenda for active citizenship. A capable state has a pivotal responsibility to actively empower its citizens to engage in active citizenship, and this point must be made over and over again.
He also called for a transparent electoral process where the verdicts of the citizens are respected.
Elections must be transparent, credible, and generally acceptable to the citizens as a mechanism for political succession and leadership change. Elections must reflect the wishes of the people. The people's choice must be determined at polling stations, not in courtrooms. This would be a pathway to stemming the spate of coup d'etats on the continent, which regrettably we are witnessing today.
The convener for Fix the Country movement, Oliver Bakavamawo, complained that many youth are staying away from activism due to fear of oppression.
But these are the things that we face on a day-to-day basis. Another example, one of the young men we were mobilizing with saw the police arresting Okada drivers and intervened and asked, "But why are you doing this? I want to understand." And then they arrested him. When he eventually called me in their presence that he was wanted to speak to Bakavoma, the police response to him was that, "We are lucky, so we are Nipa." Because the mention of my name then convinced them that this is somebody that they need to take this thing off. But these are different instances of microaggressions and the use of violence and even the policing force of the state that would ultimately discourage young people who are interested in about how do we mobilize ourselves to improve our democracy. These are things that when we look back and we talk about questions of oppression or things that persons in our independence era mobilize themselves to do, we talk about these stories as if they're things of the past, but they're happening to us on a daily basis.
The founder and convener of the Alliance for Women in Media, Shamima Muslim, argued for increased citizen involvement, holding political leaders accountable.
Every day, look around and see the chaos that is all around us. And we actually feel safe enough to not want to do anything about our deteriorating circumstances, because the circumstances are deteriorating. And I think that when everybody was talking about the unsustainability of Ghana's debt, when everybody was shouting themselves hoarse, and the power holders seemed so distant from their reality, only for a few days later to come back and eat the words and tell us that we are going to the IMF anyway. It shows how disconnected we are and how our voices aren't taken as seriously as they should.
The Star Ghana Foundation is a non-governmental organization focused on promoting active citizenship for change by supporting civil society to engage with government and drive forward a development agenda that leaves no one behind. Eunice Agbenyaji is the head of programs at Star Ghana Foundation.
We are 5 years in 2023, and we have had series of activities, including a launch reflecting on the journey of the Star Ghana Foundation in Accra and also other parts of the country. Today, we are hosting a public lecture on active citizenship, and the theme is empowering citizens, enriching national building, and fostering active citizenship for sustainable development in Ghana. We are in a context where we need active citizens more than ever. We are in a context where, even though we seem to be developing on economic indicators, governance indicators, there are many people, about 75% of the population, still grappling with poverty. And we cannot sit aside, aloof as citizens and expect our leaders, our authorities to act alone on our behalf.
Some minority MPs are pushing to have the annual post-budget workshop held in Parliament House in Accra. MPs are annually taken out of Accra for a residential workshop on the budget presented before debate and consideration. Parliament has been informed this year's post-budget workshop will be held from Friday 17th November to Sunday 19th November at the Rock City Hotel, Kwehu Nkwetia.
Speaker, the all-important economic policy of government is scheduled for Wednesday, the 15th of November 2023, and the Minister of Finance will come to this House fortified by Article 179 of the Constitution to meet that constitutional obligation to the people of Ghana. Soon thereafter, Mr. Speaker, we will be in your hands, and again, to enable members make input, enrich their debates, we have programmed Friday 17th of November to Sunday the 19th of November for our post-budget workshop. This time, we are moving to the east of the country. Specifically, will be at Kwehu Nkwetia in the eastern region, and members will be housed or will be accommodated at the Rock City Hotel.
But speaking on the floor, NDC MP for Buem cited the recent economic hardship and called on leadership of the House to reconsider the workshop in Parliament to save money.
And I want to appeal to leadership, if it's possible, considering the government's plan to reduce expenditure and looking at the time that we have at our disposal to travel this far and be returning to commence sitting again on Monday the 20th. If leadership can consider so, we have this post-budget workshop right here in the chamber. That could save us some money at this very critical time and use that for other purposes. It will help us so much, and we could demonstrate that Parliament is leading in tightening of the belt. At this time, we need to demonstrate that we are willing and prepared to sacrifice and cut some areas that we can cut. We have a very good environment here, especially when they have scheduled that we will commence the debate on Monday the 20th.
But the Deputy Majority Leader took on what he deemed an opportunistic comment.
Last year, we were in hall for the post-budget workshop, and all honorable members were there. The decision was by the business committee made up of 10 from each side. The business committee is not only made up of leadership, it's made up of other members. So this is the decision of the committee. It is not about leaders being insensitive. I would want to encourage members to be mindful of their choice of words and the approach they take on some of these matters. It's very important. Otherwise, then we should say that we should not take salaries at all as members of parliament, and we use all of that for community service. Such approach is inappropriate. We do so to mislead the public, and we, for the political class, become victims of unfair perceptions about the work we do as parliamentarians. So I will encourage members to be mindful of the fallout of unintended comments in this floor.
Now, it is unclear whether the Fix the Country demonstrators will be permitted to demonstrate in front of the Jubilee House every day in December. Protesters in the Fix the Country protest say the police have asked them to either postpone or relocate the planned demonstration. My colleague Kweku Asante joins me via Zoom with more on that. Kweku, thanks so much for joining me on Joy Newsroom. What more is the police saying?
Well, according to this press statement put out by Democracy Hub, they say that they were in contact with the Ghana Police Service about their intended, what they call Occupy Jubilee House 2.0 in December. They intended to protest from the 1st of December out to the 31st of December. If you look at this statement, Ghana Police has told them that they are unable to give them security because of the Christmas festivities and other logistical constraints. Let me quote what they say. It says, Democracy Hub, conveners of Fix the Country and Occupy Jubilee House have received a letter from the Ghana Police Service on behalf of the IGP regarding the upcoming Occupy Jubilee House protest scheduled for December. In their letter, the Ghana Police Service expressed an inability to provide protection to the protesters during their Christmas and New Year festivities, citing what they say their intentional lumping up of well-meaning citizens protesting about the continuous hardship in our motherland and the need for constitutional reform. So, Fix the Country and Democracy Hub does not put out a letter that was written by the police, but they quote them in this statement and argue that the police have been telling them that because of the Christmas festivities and the need to deploy security to various flashpoints in the capital and other places, it may not be able to provide security for that protest. Occupy Ghana, Occupy Jubilee House protest, and Democracy Hub actually also wrote again to the Ghana Police Service regarding a meeting to discuss this. And we have just seen a letter that has been posted on the Facebook page of one of the conveners of Democracy Hub, Baka Vomawo, where the police says they cannot hold that meeting again also because of certain restraints. So two things, the protest scheduled for December, according to the police, they cannot provide security. The protesters write back to the police demanding a meeting so that they can discuss those details. The police again write back to them saying that because of certain logistical and operational restraints, they are unable to meet them for the protest. But Fix the Country say that they are going to go ahead with their December protest and nothing is going to stop them.
I see. We'll certainly keep an eye on that and, of course, monitor that space for us and keep us posted in our subsequent bulletins. Kweku Asante, filling us in with all that you need to know in relation to that. You're still watching Joy Newsroom. We've got more stories for you after this break.
Good morning. Welcome to Joy News Desk. My name is Aisha Ibrahim.
Let me tell you, there's not a small.
Hi, my name is Joel Nete, and I bring you greetings from the Old Achimota Association, of which I'm the president. I'm inviting you to Achimota Speaks, which is a platform created by the Old Achimota Association, but indeed a platform where all Ghanaians...
The Just Because deal.
Hey, oh, what's this?
Breakfast from Mickey D's.
From me?
Yep.
Why?
Because it's morning and you like McDonald's. Let's eat while it's hot.
There's a deal for every act of kindness at McDonald's.
Right now, enjoy a satisfying, tender, crispy chicken biscuit for just $2.50, but only for a limited time. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
'Tis almost the season. Get head-to-toe holiday ready at JCPenney. Whether you're in party mode, out and about, or hanging out at home, we've got the style to get your family in the spirit, all in one place. Like the dress that makes every guest list, or that cute outfit that fits perfectly in Santa's lap. Don't forget the matching PJs, a festive weekend tradition. Your favorite brands are ready to mingle and be merry all season long. Looks that wow, all priced to impress. Make your holidays count. JCPenney.
Living everywhere can have a conversation around the most critical things that matter to us as a people. The next Achimoto Speaks events, which holds on Thursday the 16th of November at the British Council Hall, is under the theme Ghana, a country in crisis, defining a new economic direction. Our keynote speaker is Professor Onyako of the New York University. Professor Nyako is a distinguished economist and brings to this conversation both an international and, of course, locally relevant perspective. On the panel with him will be Pishigulana Alasanandani, the former CEO of Stanbic Bank. We also have Mr. Kofi Finn of Petro Trust, and we also have Mr. Frank Edu, a former CEO of Cowbank. This conversation will be moderated by Accra Belamundi, and we are poised to have a very serious conversation, not just about our past, and indeed not about our current situation as a country, but maybe even more importantly, where we need to be going into the future if we want to change our fortunes. Like I said, this is a platform that invites all Ghanaians who care about Ghana. So regardless of what school you went to, regardless of where you are in the economy, please come, let's have this conversation. It's at the British Council Hall on Thursday, the 16th of November, and it starts at 6 p.m. sharp. So please come at 5 o'clock, come meet, come greet, come network, and let's start this conversation at 6 p.m. sharp. I look forward to seeing you there.
Prepare for an exhilarating experience at the main fair of the 2023 EcoBank JoyNews Habitat Fair. Join us at the Accra International Conference Center from Thursday, November 23rd to Sunday, November 26th, 2023. Doors will be open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day to welcome you. This year, we are diving into the theme of home ownership, exploring the nuances between affordability, comfort, and luxury. Whether you're embarking on your home ownership journey or looking for upgrades, this fair is your destination. For all things housing, encounter a comprehensive assembly of stakeholders from Ghana's housing and construction sectors. Engage the experts across the spectrum of home creation and enhancement. The EcoBank JoyNews Habitat Fair is in partnership with EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, and powered by the Planned City Extension Project from Cities and Habitats. Rent to own. And sponsored by Elegant Homes and General Constructions Limited, where quality meets value. Global Lighting, your solution to quality lighting. Syntex Tank, Air Strong, Air Tough. Springfield Estates, where dreams are built. Virtual Security, complete security solution. DBS, your roof experts. Virtual InfoSec Africa, security solutions by design. Saint Gobain, making the world a better plan. Clifton Homes, beautiful homes, wise investments. The Kensington Heights, Airport City, Kumasi, by HDG Homes Limited.
One, two, give me the dance. Let's go. Say
hello, with everybody for you. I did just shake bellow.
Your favorite TV game show, Step Up, is back with another amazing season. This time, we are stepping up with Syntex Tank. Step up with Syntex Tank. We'll see contestants answer questions of your choice and win over 6,000 Ghana Cedis cash prize weekly and other products from our sponsors. This season, viewers at home should watch out for the Syntex Tank question of the week. Be the first to answer correctly via WhatsApp or send SMS to 050-833-8888 and win incredible prizes. The person who answers most of the weekly questions correctly and fastest gets a 65-inch Samsung TV at the end of the season. Step up with Syntex Tank, showing on Joy Prime every Sunday, 7:30 p.m. Sponsored by Bell Eyes, MTN Momo, Angel Cola. Powered by Syntex Tank. Joy Prime, your ultimate experience.
Customer.
Nadabena minka, me trapa papa. Me try 10 Ghana.
10 Ghana.
10 Ghana cedis.
No dia, send obenya.
10 Ghana cedis no. Me dia. Maybe 54,000 Ghana cedis.
54,000.
540 million.
Yeah. We are the one who na make me di you.
Yeah. And then I giga ade tena we. Tena wa boki. Draw no na asase no we. Mami ni volume no.
Customer. What one of our daily lucky winners. Dial *946# to play now. Or you can also play online at www.gamepackgames.com. Game Park is regulated by the National Lottery Authority.
One, so give it a dance. Let's go. Say
hello, with everybody for you.
Your favorite TV game show, Step Up, is back with another amazing season. This time, we are stepping up with Syntex Tank. Step up with Syntex Tank. We'll see contestants answer questions of your choice and win over 6,000 Ghana Cedis cash prize weekly and other products from our sponsors. This season, viewers at home should watch out for the Syntex Tank question of the week. Be the first to answer correctly via WhatsApp or send SMS to 050-833-8888 and win incredible prizes. The person who answers most of the weekly questions correctly and fastest gets a 65-inch Samsung TV at the end of the season. Step up with Syntex Tank, showing on Joy Prime every Sunday, 7:30 p.m. Sponsored by Bell Eyes, MTN Momo, Angel Cola. Powered by Syntex Tank. Joy Prime, your ultimate experience.
The 2023 EcoBank JoyNews Habitat Fair is more than an exhibition. It's the gateway to your dream home. Don't miss this chance to make informed decisions about every aspect of your living space. Join us at the Accra International Conference Center from Thursday, November 23rd to Sunday, November 26th, 2023. This year, we are diving into the theme of home ownership, exploring the nuances between affordability, comfort, and luxury. We are bringing everything housing under one roof, just for you. See you there. The EcoBank JoyNews Habitat Fair is in partnership with EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, and powered by the Planned City Extension Project from Cities and Habitats. Rent to own. And sponsored by Elegant Homes and General Constructions Limited, where quality meets value. Global Lighting, your solution to quality lighting. Syntex Tank, Air Strong, Air Tough. Springfield Estates, where dreams are built. Virtual Security, complete security solution. DBS, your roof experts. Virtual InfoSec Africa, security solutions by design. Saint Gobain, making the world a better plan. Clifton Homes, beautiful homes, wise investments. The Kissington Heights, Airport City, Kumasi, by HDG Homes Limited.
Africa.
Hello, welcome back to Joy Newsroom. The Constitutional Review Consultative Committee is proposing a significant overhaul, suggesting a cap of 25 ministers and the removal of all deputy and regional ministers, aiming to address the current excess of over 100 ministers. Additionally, the committee is considering the implementation of a cap on the number of constituencies as part of its comprehensive reform agenda. Now, that's just a few of the reforms the committee is considering. Listen to the chair of the Constitutional Review Consultative Committee, Clara Berry Kasati, and the member of the committee, Anthony Forson Jr. They spoke on his file.
Talking about removal of all deputy ministers.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
What's the basis for that suggestion?
We are cutting down the size of government.
So we cap the ministers. Our recommendation is to cap ministers at 25.
25.
Not more than 25. Ghana doesn't need more than 25 ministers to run.
Interesting.
Revolutionary.
25 ministers.
Yes. No deputy ministers.
No deputies.
No.
And it's capped.
Yes.
It's not in a situation like where Akufo-Addo, surprised all of us. 126 ministers.
25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And constituencies too should be capped. Now we have already have
275 with the possibility of 276 with SAL.
Exactly.
Yes. And there has been a debate that we have known for a long while now that people were actually lacing their boots for a total of 25 new constituencies to be created.
The EC has come out to say that
yes, I get it.
Only one.
Yes, I get it. Yeah. You are saying it should be capped.
It should be capped. We don't need more than 277 constituencies.
So for Parliament, you are not asking for a reduced number. You want it to stay at where it is.
It's almost impossible. It will be very difficult to reduce it. If we say that let's reduce it, I mean the acrimony. So which one will be the lesser evil? Cap it.
Cap it. But the interesting point is the deputy ministers.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All will go.
Why?
Regional ministers too, all will go.
Oh. So, to be frank with you, I saw one of that proposal.
Yes.
But I thought it was a typo. Nope. Deletion of regional ministers. I thought. Okay, so explain to us what's going on. This is so dramatic.
The Constitution is a living document. We are living it. And having lived it so far, we think we can do away with certain positions. Now, you see, Honorable Chairman Sabonsu, when he came and the chairperson gave him the brief of what we have done, he expressed shock. Oh, really? Why? You see, we are coming from a thinking that once political power is achieved, as the chairperson said, winner takes all. Some people say there must be job for the boys. But the point is, do we really need them as a country? We have a slew of civil servants up to chief directors who can equally do the job and sometimes even better. Sometimes ministers, some are very smart, they get there and they land on the job. But most of the work is done by these civil servants. So let's be realistic, come back to the drawing board and say that, look, we don't need all this. Let us have a conversation, bipartisan, and let's move on that way.
Constitutional theorist Dr. Mame Mensah Bonsu has charged the Office of the Special Prosecutor and other relevant state institutions to take up the challenge and investigate cases of vote buying. In the Gone By Presidential Delegates Conference, confessed to receiving at least 300 cedis from candidates. Now, many outside the NPP have criticized that. Associate Professor at Ashesi University, Dr. Mame Mensah Bonsu, says state bodies like the OSP must be interested in that space.
Nothing private about a political party. Nothing. It is a public body serving a public purpose. When they go and choose their candidate, the reason it is limited to the members of the party is because it is a group of people who have subscribed to one of the options and who want to push that as the society's direction. But it is not their private birthday party. A political party, by definition, is a public institution. We don't have any control over how people fund their birthday parties. There's a reason we talk about how political parties are funded and how political parties operate, because they serve a public function. So by virtue of them being a public entity, every institution that has supervisory control over public entities has jurisdiction over them. So if the OSP were minded to, it should be no bar to him that it is an internal matter of a public body. But even if we were going to, concede that argument, if you spend 80 million CDs trying to get people to vote for you, I think that figure qualifies as an organized or economic crime. So I think that if nobody else has jurisdiction, IOCO should. Because people are hauled before IOCO for much smaller sums.
Right.
If that is what we're saying, then we have organized lots of duplicitous institutions because we like bodies. So we have lots of bodies. It falls in the jurisdiction of one of them.
Let's take some business stories. The Sokoban Wood Village, one of the biggest lumber markets in West Africa, is seeing a decline in operations as enterprises in the enclave are pushed to cut off at least half of their production capacities. Now, this has been attributed to a drop in accessing raw materials and the low attraction of the youth to the sector. Love FM's Mona Lisa Frimpong explores the situation.
The decline of the timber industry is a worry to Benjamin Amponsa, Assistant Secretary of the Ghana Son Timber Sellers Association. He has observed a chain of timber shops folding up in the Sokoban Wood Village in the Ashanti region.
The forest, a decline. And the industry is most of them, most of them, about 80% because onyedia nti se ba kon na obetwa na manta ontimi ntua na okeska nti de beyan so betum.
The Sokoban Wood Village houses over 20,000 workers. The 12-hectare domestic wood timber market attracts huge patronage from different wood users across the country and neighboring countries. However, there is a drop in access to raw materials needed to fill the sheds lined up at the wood village. This is due to the long distance and high cost of transportation to harvesting sites, as well as the amount of trees allowed to be harvested. Kinsley Senya is chairman of the Ghana Son Timber Sellers Association.
Somila and Akucha Diano and why the papers video of Forestry Commission. And yes, we are called Wakoto. Wakoto na Ode Bano, and Ukra also as a problem. My dotic, Forestry Commission, dotic, the Atoso de Amano. Answer now the Baba Bidru Crano, police for any even Forestry Commission for na Omubarias, Sika Umbeju, and Baba Bidru. Sani Ranso no Oba, and no outside Obesa de Atoso, it's Ama, your market, no man bono, a costu.
Timber is scarce on the market as prices have shot up. George Boatin, a carpenter at Fumesa in Kumasi, buys from the Sokoban Wood Village. The high price of his wood products have made his customers switch to the purchase of Chinese wooden products.
Timber market here, Okota at times. Ukuteske mood, won't mean ya in Yawala, Filiangasa. And we should be shared manual. Office man boarding it, but we are not cotton material, no boss already. There might be China materials. Yes. But we should make a papa. China.
Despite the large-scale production of wood products, the wood village has failed to get support from the government.
Now, since President Kufo Adaroma, new for Adaroma Yabahano. Bibia ni hwa efa ban ho a o ma be so mu ha di aboyen say especially say maintenance your rules any even kra no ye sheds na ibi wo ho no a na for tabem even kra administration broker KMA eti ho a o mu na gigi heska na up till now o mu giska no kra no
Some artisans lament the poor sanitation and deplorable roads leading to the village. The village is losing its active labor force. Workers say the job is unattractive to the youth. They are concerned over the sustenance of the industry.
This work is meant for the youth. You have to travel, even going to the sawmill, acquiring this. So much strength is needed. You heard me talking about going to Western North. An old man cannot embark on that journey.
Sokoban produces about 100 to 150 metric tons of sawdust every day. The sawdust briquettes can be used in the production of plywood, but the artisans lack the machinery and technical know-how. They are calling for the support of the government and other organizations.
Recently, in Kofubi, I say, the sawdust.
Ya casi es la temporada de fiestas y en JCPenney tenemos de todo para ti y tu familia. Ya sea que estés en modo fiesta, fuera de casa o en casa, tenemos el estilo que buscas. Como vestidos para salir de noche o lindos looks para la foto con Santa. Y no olvides las pijamas coordinadas para lucir en familia. Tus marcas favoritas te esperan durante toda la temporada. Looks increíbles a precios impresionantes. JCPenney. Celebraciones que valen la pena.
Hey, Scott, what brings you into the pharmacy?
I'm thinking about getting one of the updated COVID-19 vaccines.
Great. Do you know which type of vaccine you'd like?
There's more than one?
Yep, there are different types of vaccines available. You can learn more about them at WeDoVaccines.com. If you have questions or want to make an appointment, give me a call.
What was that website again?
WeDoVaccines.com.
Thanks. I'll check it out.
This message was brought to you by Novavax.
Holiday preppers unite! A season full of merry starts now at JCPenney. With your fave home brands all in one place, it's easy to find your hosting groove. Like the tablescape that's worth the toast and the home that brings everyone together. Feed the chef with upgrades from Cooks, Cuisinart, and Martha Stewart. Cozy up the guest suites with Home Expressions, Linden Street, and Liz Claiborne. And matching family PJs make holiday cards a cinch. Check off your list early and sweeten the deals even more. Make your holidays count. JCPenney.
Akoye plywood any other day by omobaya no motina sika unsem no because ye boka kra na asisa e dia ko tika for the start ni dey Kenya dia ko bi kra di bibi owo ho so since then no bia e mai it ye tugu kwa na ese.
For Joy Business, Mona Lisa Frimpon reporting.
Now the chief of Idum Banso in the Mpoho district of the Western region, Nana Kwando Brimpong III, has bemoaned the spate of farmlands being given away for illegal mining operations. He has cautioned farmers in his traditional area against the practice, emphasizing that any farmer who attempts to cut down cocoa trees for galamsey purposes will be arrested and prosecuted. He spoke at an event to offer additional livelihood intervention for farmers under the Cocoa Abrabopa Association.
Farmer organization Cocoa Arabopa Association is partnering with Writer Sport to support its farmer groups in the Western South Cocoa region with additional livelihood interventions for sustainable cocoa production. The support, which includes access to transport and water, is to empower the cocoa farmers to access additional income streams aside from the cocoa farming. Council chairman for the association, Ismaila Pomasi, explains the living conditions of farmers will change with interventions for the various communities.
We believe that to sustain the industry, you must also ensure that the farmer is economically empowered. And to be able to do that, you need to, first of all, ensure you increase the revenue of farmers and also reduce costs, right? And to be able to reduce costs, you need to make sure that all the costs associated with cutting cocoa from the farm to even the bush, you help the farmer to reduce the cost. That is how come that we have given them the tricycle, to also use the tricycle to transport the beans, whether fermented or dry beans, from the bush to their various communities.
The Alternative Livelihood Initiative of Cocoa Arabopa targeted 620 members and their households based on specific community needs. The various farmer groups received borehole water systems with washrooms, tricycles, spraying and blower machines. Chief Finance and Operations Manager for the group, Patrick John Van Brakel, is confident the interventions will spur the communities to higher productivity.
Farmers, they have to apply to the Rainforest Alliance regulations. And for this, we are audited yearly. We recently had our audit, and we are still not, can confirm, but we are very confident we will get our certificate also for next year. So the thing with certification beans, once you deliver them to the customers, you get a premium, a certification premium. We get for all our cocoa beans.
Beneficiary cocoa farmers are excited at the interventions.
They have cut everything shortly to the farmers. Not all the place you can search for water and drink, but today what they have done is enough.
Cocoa Arabopa has really helped me. They've equipped me with skills needed for cocoa farming.
Meanwhile, the chief of Adumbanso, Nana Kwando Brimpon III, says the sustainability of cocoa farming should not be harmed by illegal mining activities.
Oh yeah, galamsey on cocoa, onya depe. Cocoa, na ye oye afibode. Galamsey wacha da penny news can never do.
Galamsey can't be compared to cocoa farming. Proceeds from cocoa farming are beneficial to generations. Galamsey is only destroying our lands. If I find you giving out your land to illegal miners, I will arrest you.
And that's it for the bulletin. I am Pius Kojobaka. For more stories, do log on to myjoyonline.com/business and all the various sporting events on that portal. We've got great stories lined up for you. Thanks so much for your company once again. Bye.